Hello everyone, my name is Elandra and welcome back to my channel. And before I get started with the real video that this is about, I'll go ahead and show you my last week's video about my 2026 bullet journal setup. So if you have not seen that video, go ahead and check that out because it gives like a small bit of context to why I'm doing my bullet journal the way I am for January. Now moving on to January, I had a lot of paper scraps left over from my 2026 bullet journal setup video, so I was like, we might as well keep going. And the only thing I had to print off were these papers that you see here. I just needed a few more background papers because I use quite a bit of them for my 2026 setup video and journal spread. And yeah, I didn't print off too many other of the small scrapbook elements, but I did do maybe 10 or so it wasn't too much because I had a lot left over. But one thing, as you sit here and watch me design this background page, one thing I was thinking about was continuing on with this type of bullet journaling. I know one thing I really like is this whole maximalism situation. I'm a big fan of it actually. There are times when simpler things are necessary or simpler designs are necessary, but I really do like this whole maximalism situation. So I'm trying to figure out if I should keep going like with this whole scrapbook, junk journal, maximalist thing, because I know I like the whole paper, like printing it off and stuff like that, but it's hard for me to find actual resources as far as the sticker books and stuff like that. The only kind that I've seen that I've liked that have this sort of aesthetic are on Temu, which I may be placing an order on Temu. Is Temu okay to buy from? I'm not really sure. I know some people were saying how it's not good and we should not be supporting stuff like that, but I may have to make a purchase off of Temu and see if there's any other more ethical brands later on down the line. But yeah, so back to the video. Here I'm just doing the background for this spread. I know as I was conducting this background, it's much more neutral than my previous video was, definitely. It took a more neutral turn, which I actually don't mind. Honestly, if this particular spread right here could totally be versatile for any month, especially the nice cozy winter months. Now moving on to how I did my calendar for this month. I didn't want a big calendar because by the end of this video, you'll see I didn't even do like a full-blown month spread. So I just did an overall calendar like we have here, and then I'm only creating 2 weeks that are out of the month of January because I did not have, honestly, I was in nobody's rush this month to get my bullet journal done. I completely took my time with it, which I don't mind because my life is not like busy go anyways, so I can take my time with things like this. But also that applies to you all as well. If you don't have time to do a bullet journal and you just so happen to have time in the middle of the month, make it for 3 weeks or make it for 2 weeks, make it for a week. There is no reason we should be doing 5 whole weeks and only using one of them. I used to do that. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's from experience. Why is there a thumbs up? Anyways, I know from experience because I used to make myself, like even like in last year's videos, I used to make myself do like the whole entire month and I wouldn't even use most of them, especially if I completed the video, for example, like by April 20th, I would only be using it for a week and a half, but I had already drawn out 5 weeks worth of spreads that I wouldn't even use. So here we are for this month. I will have a little diagram since I did use this square paper here. I believe it's 4 squares by 3 squares. Yeah, that's the diagram right there. And then I did a 7 by 22 for the bottom. I'll try to see if I can put a little diagram somewhere because I like those. I like putting those to help people who possibly want to do it. And now I'm pulling out some washi tape because I needed to fill in some areas over here on this page. I want it to look really nice and really full. And I can't remember where I saw it before, but somebody was using washi tape to make like these little X's, almost as if like we're patching up some paper or something, or like patching up a hole. I thought that was really, really cute. And recently my mom had just gotten this almost patchwork looking washi tape. I really liked that. It was really, really cute. And here I'm just going to continue on using my alphabet stamps. Honestly, when I had first bought these alphabet stamps, I don't know why I found it so difficult to use these, but now I honestly feel like I am a professional stamp user. I actually want to get some more in like a different font, but I really like these alphabet stamps. They are just really, really cute and just very, I feel like they're very fitting for my style in particular. They're very whimsical, very quirky, especially using like the different different uppercase, lowercase letters. And then I'm using my double-sided tape, which unfortunately in this video, I don't know if I broke the double-sided tape or if I just ran out, but I had to glue everything after this page, which was so sad, because why use all that glue when I had like the little tape stuff? But I ran out anyways. And I just used a blue jean background to do the outside of January, and I thought this page looked really, really nice, really cute. And now we're moving on to the next spread. This is where I actually start my weeks, and I'm doing the 4th and 5th week of January. Now I know I skipped quite a bit because honestly it's repetition. I did the background, played around with it a whole lot, because that's a lot of footage. Honestly, it was too much to upload of me playing around and moving stuff, but I just did the background, moved it around to how I liked it, and then added a lot of the different elements. And I'm adding some more washi tape. And honestly, when it comes to choosing elements, I just choose what I think is cool. Honestly, that's what I think I like most about this whole scrapbooking situation. It's that you can literally do whatever you want. Like, somebody may look at this and be like, this is so tacky, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, I love it. Like, this really is up to you. Like, bullet journaling is 100% up to you. You can do whatever you want. And now we'll be probably moving on. There we go. We're moving on to week 5, which I pretty much did the same thing over and over again. I have more paper because I ran out of paper. And then those clear papers, not clear, but like those almost tissue looking papers with the flowers and the butterflies on it, I got those from Hobby Lobby out of the collage section. But yeah, and as I'm doing this part or setting up this page, I'll tell you a little bit more about my setup for my weekly spreads. So as you saw before, I had like a large box over on the left side, and then I had 7 different boxes. For my bullet journals, I like starting on Mondays, so I'll go Monday, Tuesday, all the way down through Sunday. I don't start on Sundays. I don't know, I guess it's just up to preference. Whenever I started using planners and taking them seriously, I had bought them from the store, and the one I had bought started on Mondays. It just made a lot more sense to me because I was a student for a long time and I just like starting out on Mondays. That's just, I don't know why, it just makes sense to me. And I know a lot of other planners do that, but you know, however you want to do it, you can start your planner on a Sunday and just go with like how the regular weeks are. But I just find the most success when I start on Mondays. And then that large box over on the left side, I include just the week's title, like of what week it is, like here. And then I put in my goals and also my notes. Some goals that I put, of course, are just things that you want to accomplish for that particular week. I find that having like that visual, like of a specific goal, maybe like 2 or 3, I really get some stuff done. And then notes are just like the overall notes that I need to keep in mind for the rest of the week. Whenever I write down my goals, I don't make my goals like extravagant. These are like simple goals. For example, a goal this week will probably be to film and edit a video. Very simple, very cut and dry, straight to the point, because sometimes I am an overachiever and I do a whole lot and I am not capable of doing that much. So having attainable goals that are very simple, week by week goals that'll help you accomplish like a longer term goal, that's a good thing. And we're moving on to the final reveal. This video was really quick. Here we are, January. I really like the way this turned out. You all, please make sure that you're doing your bullet journals or your journals, and I hope that you are having a good time this year. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and leaving a like and a comment, and I will see you all in my next video. Hopefully I'll have another one up on Monday. I'm going to try to be better about keeping an actual schedule, but I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.